Let me share this out real quick. Okay. I'm waiting to see if we get anybody in here. I need to see if you can hear. And we'll go from there. Morning thoughts this morning. Usually I leave it right here, but I feel like I might move it. Morning thoughts. Got coffee from McDonald's this morning. I'm John Geary, aka Local John 1812. Let's talk about capitalism. Capitalism is our current economic system that we use, and it kind of controls the everyday ebbs and flows when it comes to economic resources, what we pay for things, what we get paid, how things kind of just run when it comes to do with money, resources, just anything you can think of, goods, supply and chain demand, all those type of things that go together in one. The capitalism plays a big part in it. I wrote down some things here. When did it originate? 17th century, colonial era, evolved from the British mercantilism. I might have said that wrong, but it evolved from that back in the 17th century. It's all about making profit. It's all about private ownership. It's all about competition. And it's all about the market mechanics. Okay? So, how does that apply to us? Well, working for wages, for one, paying for need in competitive market, having choices in careers and purchases, but also facing income inequality and job insecurity. There's your statistical, or not your statistical, but there's your words that if you looked up, that's what you get. So let's get down to the common sense factor of it all. Are we just a monopoly piece and there's someone else moving us around with their hand? For the most part. If you're not a business owner and stuff, how much are you truly free? Right? And we're at the mercy. It said earlier that we get to choose what we want to buy and all that. But really, do we? There are some things we need to buy and we have to buy. And even if we don't have to buy, eventually medical reasons or something may occur and we do have to buy those things then. And so then we don't get to say, well, I have to buy it, so I'm only going to pay $3 for that today. No. It's not how it works, unless there's some program you're in or something like that. But it's not how it works. With capitalism, the people who make it, set up the factory, do all this stuff, they got all the investment in it, they say. So they have all that going. And they want to control what they sell something for. They put all the investment in. They don't think you do. But really, don't we put the investment in time in the factory to... Hey, someone just came in. Can you tell me, can you hear? Can you hear the... if you come in, could you please tell me if you can hear? Give me... You stepped out. Okay. Well, I hope someone can hear this, because last time it didn't work. But anyways... So the problem with it I see is that I feel like sometimes we're just a monopoly piece that gets moved around by the hand that controls all the businesses. And I also think that, yes, something, let's say this piece of cardboard that has these little tattoos in them that you get from a gumball machine costs like 3 cents to make, and then the markup happens, something happens where they're getting these cardboard pieces from, that make the people that make the tattoos were getting these cardboard pieces from. Now the cardboard piece wants an extra penny. So this used to be 50 cents, and they go, oh, I'm worried about paying an extra penny for this cardboard, so now I want to start charging $1 instead of 50 cents. Why? For the extra penny? And people are like, well, it's more complicated than that. No, it's not. It's not really. Even if I'm off by, 38 cents or so, oh, they're only going to make, 10 cents extra. The fact that they're trying to squeeze blood out of a turnip sometimes, and a turnip are us as citizens, and the blood that we have, turnips don't really have any blood in them necessarily. It's the redness, it's the color. And think about us, they're squeezing something out of us, which is green, the money, that maybe we don't even have. And what it's doing is it's squeezing us so hard that one paycheck, it takes all of it, from our goods and stuff we have to buy, and the ownership of trying to buy property and cars and car insurance and all this stuff. It squeezes us, and then where it bleeds out and we don't have enough here, and there's still enough there that they're still trying to get more of it, so the next check comes and they grab even more of that one. So there is no savings. There is nothing, but we all have free will to go wherever. I think capitalism should have a cap at a certain point. They shouldn't be able to make more than 3 times a markup on an item. They shouldn't be able to make more than maybe 5 times a markup on an item. Depends. I mean, if it costs $1 to make the item and ship it out and everything, it's about $2. Then they shouldn't be able to make more than $10 or $12 off that item. I mean, just to be honest with you, or maybe even less in some aspects. They shouldn't be able to take something that takes $30 to make and ship out with an extra, $50-$60. So they're all in it for $80 and turn around and sell that thing for $400 or $500. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. So the markup on some things are too high. The markup on some things are not too high. I think there needs to be some type of leverage off somewhere for us citizens. And I think when I dabble in business now as a real estate agent and other stuff. Once I get into more of my own business, I think we need to, I would be fine with them telling me, John, you made an item for $8. You can't sell it for more than $24. Okay, fine. I still get to make money. It's capitalism. I'm still going to go by competitiveness. I got mine between $9 and $24, so I can compete with everybody else around me. They may sell it for 20, I can sell it for 19, or I can go 23 and say my product's better. Either way, there's still capitalism, but you're controlling how far the markup can go. And I think that needs to be put into place. So I hope this made sense to you guys this morning. So what do you guys think about capitalism? Are you okay how it stands, or do you want to see them change it up and make it different for you going forward and change it up a little bit? Let me know in the comments. Please like this video. Please subscribe to this video, and please share this video out. And I'm not trying to go over all the tactics here and every little intertwining details about capitalism. I'm just giving you a common sense approach and thought to it. I think some prices are over marked their value, and I think it needs to change and adapt to people such as myself that work everyday jobs. And there are other things involved in capitalism when your insurance are being paid for and all this stuff through them, and they're matching 401k and all this stuff. But besides that, it's still affecting us paycheck to paycheck. Maybe we'd give up some of those things if we could just put more money back in the bank. I don't know. So anyways, capitalism with a cap. I think it needs to exist. And it may exist in some areas. Some other financial advisor may get on here and say it does exist. It does exist. Okay, fine, it does. But I think it needs to exist across the board on a lot of stuff. Maybe everything. All right, that's all I have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Until next time. Peace.